touch the stars. When we are happy where we are. Why do we need to touch the stars? When we are happy where we are. Why do we need to touch the stars? When we are happy where we are. Why do we need to touch the stars? When we are happy where we are.
Hello, it's Stephen, as it says. This is Stains behind me, photographed by Corinda Singh. Corinda, thank you very much for the photograph. I just had a message from David that he's knocking at the door but can't get in. Hopefully, when he reboots his machine, he'll be able to join us live. Thank you for watching live. And sun is shining, so let's take my name off. And in today's broadcast, we're going to talk about what's happening in the UK, what's happening in Canada, and hopefully David will join in at some point. Okay, let's start with the lead story in the UK, which is the government has done a U-turn, which is, is part of the course, really. Now say hello to Chris. Hello, Chris, nice to see you again. Very good. Government in the UK decided that every year pupils aged 16 and 18 take exams. Ones who are 18 take A-levels to go on to university, and the ones who are 16 take GCSEs to actually go on to higher education. And of course, this year, none of the pupils were able to sit in the exams. So what do? How do you actually grade people who've not sat an exam as in previous years? And say good afternoon to Barry, and then, all right, I'm hoping David joins me. How do you actually decide how well pupils have done? And the government decided last week when they released the A-level results that rather than have the exam, they would take it off teachers grading. So the teachers were able to grade their pupils' performance up to March this year. So that's basically, virtually the end of term because exams are in May and June. And that would have been good, except the government then decided that they would have an algorithm which would decide whether the teacher's grade was correct or not. Now, this algorithm was biased, as all algorithms are, and 40% of the students who took exams or didn't take exams for the A-levels last week, 40% of students were marked down. And this is people's lives. We're talking about university places that accepted them on the basis of reaching certain qualifications, said, no, you've not done it. You can't come to our university. Your grades are not good enough. And it's because of the bias of the system that this happened. As I say, the teachers did their thing, and then the government decided to run an algorithm against them, and 40% of the teachers' grades were marked down arbitrarily, really. And it basically, it favoured what we call private schools. In other words, if your school had a good record over the last 5 years, exam-wise, then your grade would either stay or go up. If your school had a poor record, then your grade would go down. Now, on the face of it, this is good, but if you are a student who's excelled at a poor school, then your mark got downgraded through no fault of your own. I'm happy to say that as of an hour ago, hundreds of thousands of children in the UK are actually cheering because the government has done a U-turn and said what the teacher said goes. And it's a victory for common sense. You don't see that in government very much. But basically, the government now accepts that they should have used teachers' grades and teachers' grades only. So every pupil in the land is in a good mood. And so the general populace, because there were protests against what the government had done. So Let's just have a look at the story so that you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to share my screen. And I'm waiting for another message from David to see where he is. And that's the one I want to share. So I'm going to bring it up on screen. And on screen, I'm going to go picture in picture. So A-level and GCSE results in England to be based on teacher assessments and a U-turn by the government. So that's good news for all students in the UK who were not able, because of circumstances beyond their own control, to actually sit an exam this year. So as you can see, students were protesting, and their word has been heard, and they'll now be able to follow their chosen path to university because their teachers' grades have been accepted rather than the modified grades. It's not often you say this common sense prevails, and when you're talking about your own government, but in this particular case, it has. And that news is spreading everywhere at the moment. I don't know what happens in Belgium or Canada with regards to pupils who were due to sit an exam this year but were unable to do so. How are they being graded? Be interested to know exactly what's happening, because this decides everybody's future. So it is important. It is very important. As I say, the UK government has actually listened, and thousands of students are happy as a result of that, which is good. So that's some good news to actually start the broadcast on. And I'll take that news story off. I've just got a message in from David. Okay, no, I haven't got a message from David. I've got a message from Fonz. Right, okay, you have my full concentration. So I'm going to hide that from the screen. I am waiting a message from David, who's restarting his machine and will be joining us momentarily. At least I hope he will. Okay, now I just want to tell you about something that's happening on Friday. And that is, we've got a new show, Fonz and I, because just mentioned Fonz. Basically, it's entitled, now that's what I call Friday, and it's every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can actually come and join us, and it's magically posted the link. So that's the link to join us, but you can click it now if you want, or you can click it on Friday. If you click it now, we won't be there. If you click it on Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Belgium, then we will be they're playing videos from YouTube from the 60s and 70s. We had great fun last week, and we're joined by Chris and by other people. In fact, more people have visited since we were live than whilst we were live. This is how things start. So thank you to everybody who visited whilst we were live. We'll be live again this Friday, and again playing music from the 60s and 70s. It's all your favorites, and it's just a blast because in addition to actually playing the music, you can chat, you can turn your microphone on only, and you can talk, you can turn your camera on, and you can appear at the bottom of the screen, up to 14 people on camera. And so chat, talk, or appear on camera, and it's all simple and straightforward to use while we listen to music. And Fonz and I can actually appear instead of the video and just chat for a moment. And obviously we do that because it is an interactive show. So there's a note for your calendar for this Friday. Okay, all's gone quiet with David. I'm going to stop sharing that. Okay, so if you have any questions or any comments, then please do add them. I'm just waiting. David saying, okay, David, right, okay, update from David. Keep trying. He's got a camera problem. It's not seeing his camera. So it looks like the show is mine. Now, this is one of those occasions where you go to your plan B. I don't have a plan B, which is pretty darn. I didn't, because I did a show earlier today. I did a show earlier today with Christine Vituk, yes. And that took planning that and getting that right, which was a blast. 30 minutes where I learned all about detoxing from social media. The video is on my timeline, it's on YouTube, and it's in the Believers group, it's everywhere. And if you want to know about digital detox, then I suggest you actually check it out. But because I was doing that, I didn't have time to put together a plan B. So where do we go from here? Okay, I'm going to look at my menus and see if there's anything tucked away there. And over to Chris. And Chris is saying, excellent news. In our school in Flanders, the work from our students before the lockdown counts. Well, that's brilliant. That's common sense. That's the way it should be. And our government at last seen that. And as I say, for once, everybody is happy, and it's news which will be spread throughout the UK. They were in a cleft stick that they had to change their minds, because Northern Ireland had changed its mind, Wales had changed its mind, Scotland has changed its mind. So the UK was out of step with everybody else, and now they're in step with everybody else, and everybody is happy. Okay, now one of the things that I do want to talk about, and I've talked about it before, I'm just going to share my screen again. So forgive me for a moment while I go to share screen, and I'm going to share a tab. Okay, and come back to me, and I'm going to bring the tab on screen. I'm going to go picture in picture. Every time that I do a broadcast, especially the interview broadcasts, I put a blog on my website, and that blog has an introduction. It has information about the person I'm interviewing, so that you can check it out before the broadcast goes live. So there's the short videos, countdown clock, and then we've got information about Christine and a link to a page, and then we've got the video itself. So this is the video that was done at 10 a.m. Eastern today. But the point I want to make about it is this, that irrespective of how many people actually view on Facebook and YouTube, more people actually go and read the blog. And this particular post has had 40 views today, 148 in total, and those views add up. So having your own blog space is very important. So I recommend that once you've got your broadcasting underway, that you do actually start your own blog. And this is why it's important. I'm going to stop sharing that, and because it's you, I'm going to share another tab. In fact, I'm going to close that tab, and I'm going to share another tab just to show you how important this is. So screen share, and over to my Chrome tab, and okay, share, and I'm going to bring this in. So I'm going to bring this up on screen, and this is my website, and these are the stats. I started this website 3 months ago, and it's already had 30,000 views. The website is permanent. It's not wholly video based. It's basically, you can actually write a story in text and in videos, and people come and read it, and it's yours. This is my website. I'm in control of it. I decide what goes on there. But as you can see, thousands of people actually visit this website every week, and it says there that in the week 2,981 views of my pages in the last week, which is more than the views of my videos, it has to be said. But it's permanent, and it's mine. It's my place, and it's just so easy to do. And the other thing is that you can notice from magical, you'll notice from today that my week on YouTube, which has had 84 views, 15 people, and those 15 people have gone on to view 5 more pages. So they don't just come on, people don't just come and look at one page of your website, they'll look at 5, and overall people are currently looking at 9 different pages. So that's a tour of my website, and that's why you should have a website yourself if you're broadcasting and you've got things underway. So I'm going to hide that now. I'm going to stop sharing. Come back to me. So that's me on screen, and I've been busking it. I can see Sparko Cam in the background, and that means that David is on his way. So I'll take a couple of questions. Question is, where is David? David is currently down in the staging area sorting out his Sparko Cam, and I can hear him. I can't see him yet, but I can hear him. Oh, he's going to XSplit. Progress. We've gone from Sparko Cam to XSplit, and now we're going to go. Time out. Does that mean you're ready or time out? Not yet. Okay. So he's giving these hockey signals. I have no idea what they mean. Can you just give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on screen? No. Right. Okay. David's not ready to come on screen. So he's down in the staging area. I've undoubtedly we will find out what's going on at some point. Now the next thing that I'd like to talk about, if I can find it, is okay. And I'm going to share my screen again. A lot of screen sharing going on today. I just want to share another tab. And nope, not that one. Okay. Just a minute. Just let me stop the radio. You've got a hint there of what I'm about to share. And if I go for screen share and share a Chrome tab, okay, and come back to me. Bear with me a moment. I'll bring this up on screen. I go picture in picture. Now, Healey, you may remember last year that Fonz and I started a radio station. The good news is that the radio station is back and broadcasting. United World Radio is alive again and currently playing music from the 60s. So there's a theme going on here, music from the 60s. And I'm just going to keep one eye on David and wait for his thumbs up signal. United World Radio is back and we'll be test broadcasting at the moment. And then we'll go on to a full program. We've got a third partner joined us in terms of the maintaining the site. Makes life a lot easier when there's 3 rather than 2 of you. I can't play the station to you because Facebook might not like it. So I'm not going to play the station, but United World Radio. I'll drop the link after the broadcast today, and you're more than welcome to go along and listen. And if you've got favourite songs, then I'll have a word with Fonz and see if he can sort something out. But that's another new venture. And Fonz is taking the lead on that. I'm just hosting the website. So I have little to do on that, but I'm going to stop sharing and it's back to me. All right. Okay. I don't know whether David's waiting till I'm out of words or, oh, right. Okay. See, the thing is, hello, David.
Hello.
Your microphone's working, isn't it?
I hope so.
I hope so too. Let's switch to the classic display, which you enjoy so much. Right. Okay. All right. So eventually you got in.
I did. Well, I'm here, so.
Well, yeah, that's the proof. Okay. How's Jennifer?
She's doing okay. She's got a broken leg, right? She's
Yeah.
She has her good moments and bad moments. We have a saying in the house here: there's no bad days, only bad moments in the day. So, but she's we got out yesterday and she was riding the electric cart or whatever around Walmart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She thought that was kind of fun. I think everybody wants to ride one of those.
Oh yeah. No,
but you never want to do it unless you're really actually hurt or you need to, because then you figure like everybody's going to look at you and go, "Why is he doing that?" Yeah. But if you have a broken leg, it's okay.
So did you try it out?
No.
No. Okay.
I would have wanted to race her or something.
Right. Okay. And Alfredo's saying, "Where's David?" And we've answered that question. And Chris is saying, "Hello, David." So there you are. Right. At the top of the show, I was talking about exams in the UK. Basically, backstory is the government got the teachers to grade all the pupils who were taking exams, and then ran a computer algorithm to actually downgrade them. And 40% were downgraded and lost their chance to go to university, which didn't go down too well. So given that students can't take exams at the moment, what's actually happening in Canada?
In regards to what?
In regards to students going to further education. First of all, we need the setup.
I don't know. I haven't really followed it.
All right. Okay.
I do know that the CRA, the Canada Revenue Agency, was cyber attacked. So people were trying to go and go on and renew their CERB and their employment insurance and taxes and all that. Anyway, and everything's on pause there because they were attacked. So that's the latest I know from CBC talking about that last night. Yeah. But so it's but as far as the school side of things goes, I mean I only know about the college here. Like we're preparing to go back in September, and a lot of things will be majority of things will be done hybrid, which is online, and then I know that's the college level. My side of things with so I don't teach the college level again until January, but then my dual credit side instead of starting in September, we'll start in October. So few changes there, but I'll be teaching from home as I did when the world stopped.
Indeed. We're still changing over to a new way of life, step by step. I mean, we've got a lot of places over here on local lockdown. So rather than a national lockdown, there's a local lockdown. And we had, over the weekend, we had 160,000 tourists on holiday in France.
Wow.
And on Friday, the government decided that France, when you come back from France, you've got to quarantine for 2 weeks. And if you got back before 4 a.m. on Saturday, you didn't have to quarantine. If you got back at 1 minute past 4 on Saturday or later, then you've got to go into 2 weeks quarantine. Now, people who went on holiday to France obviously were aware of what might happen, but you don't plan for doing 2 weeks quarantine when you get back. So there are 160,000 people who rushed back. The ferries were full, the flights were full. And I've got to say this because I hate this. The air companies were actually raised their prices. And I think that's profiteering of the worst kind. They filled their seats, but they filled them at top dollar. And that PR exercise is absolute madness. So they've lost a lot of credibility in the eyes of everybody, really. But the thing is that at the moment, the countries that are in quarantine can actually change overnight. And so one of our airlines is actually cutting capacity by 20% because of that very reason. Yeah.
Right.
Right. Okay. Right. Your show today, sir, at 3:30. Who's on today?
Yeah, today actually a little bit of different format. Just going to have one guest today, and I'll be talking with Chris Krause, who his father, Darcy Krause, was in a tragic motorcycle accident back on May 16th. And he's got a special, we're going to talk about some motorcycle awareness and a special memorial ride that he's going to have for his dad as well. So that'll be it on the show. I'm going to talk a little bit about the float down that just happened here in Sarnia. This is there was the 43rd annual, I think. And the float down is people get in the St. Clair River here. You can see behind me the Blue Water Bridge, and people like to get in their floating devices, whatever. And there's usually a few thousand that float down the river for about 7 miles. It's actually something that started, if you look that way to me, that's the United States. Something that started on the Port Huron, Michigan side, and Canadians just it's an unsanctioned event. Nobody puts it on in particular. Just 43 years ago, people started floating down the river. But it's gotten to the point where there's so many people, it can be dangerous. Back in 2016, there was thousands of people doing it, and about 1,500. The wind changed suddenly and got dark, and about 1,500 Americans were drifted over to the Canadian side with no ID, no passports. Many were drunk. Blah, 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 blah. And we Canadians put them on some city buses, no questions asked, drove them back across that bridge there, dropped them off, and said, have a nice day. There's a lot of debate. There's definitely opinions on the float down and should it be allowed. And like they shut down the Coast Guard is out there. You got the RCMP out there. You've got our Sarnia Police, Sarnia Fire, ambulance, like all of our first responders. Overtime brought in, costs a lot of money, right? And again, it's an unsanctioned event. So, and this is a major shipping channel here. The ships aren't allowed to come through. It's all shut down. So there's a lot of debate on why don't they shut it down or why don't they stop it? And so, I don't know. I've never participated in it. I don't think I ever did it. No, a long time ago. And, 51 years old, I probably think differently for the most part than when I was in my 20s. If I was in my 20s now, I'd probably say, yeah, what's the big deal? I'll go for a float down. But this year especially was concerning because of COVID-19. And of course, being right on the border, and the border's shut down. But the United States has got a different attitude about it than we Canadians. And so, obviously because of COVID-19, it causes some concern. Let me just get rid of that. So, anyway, we're going to talk about that. Barry Loxton's actually got some pictures that he's going to let me share, so we'll be sharing that this afternoon as well.
Comment from Barry. Barry saying, thankfully, there was low participation this year.
Yeah, I think there was only a few hundred.
Yeah.
Whereas typically there'd be about 4,000 or 5,000.
Okay. Is it that time of the show? Are we ready for this? Are you ready for this? It is.
I am.
It's that time of the show. It's over to David for the weekly Dad's Jokes feature.
This is my. Oh, look. I got my phone going off and I got my scanner going off and I forgot to shut things off. My camera didn't work.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go. You might have seen this one on the Facebook, but we'll read it anyway. Relationships are a lot like algebra. Have you ever looked at your ex and wondered why?
That's a groan.
Oh, I don't have my sound effects today. Oh,
okay.
Nothing's working yet today.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that one. I feel like Johnny Carson. Did you ever watch Johnny Carson?
Yes, we did. Yes,
and,
not long.
He would read these things, and every once in a while he'd go, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that."
Right. So did Letterman, didn't he?
Yeah, Letterman had the top 10 reasons why. Yeah. Top 10 something or other. Yeah. Okay, an invisible man married an invisible woman. Their kids were nothing to look at either.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stretch. I was really sad the other day because I had auditioned for a couple of dad joke books.
Oh, right. Okay.
That I was really hoping that I would get, but I didn't get it. I was like, that would have been fun. But then I thought, well, why couldn't I just take these? Like, these aren't copyrighted or anything, right?
No.
Why couldn't I just do my own dad joke book? So that's what I'm going to do.
All right. That's a good idea.
I like to practice my knock-knock jokes. I just adore them.
Okay. Door,
Oh, I got
yeah.
a chuckle out of you, Stephen.
Door. The door, yeah. The door. Knock on the door.
What is smarter than a talking cat? What is smarter than a talking cat?
I don't know, David. What is smarter than a talking cat?
A spelling bee.
Okay.
You need to record that groan of yours and then just push. And then you just push a button.
All right. I think
I got one. Oh, okay. I can. This is okay. I can do this one. So many people are getting emails from the Prince of Nigeria. I got one from an Egyptian pharaoh, but it turned out to be a pyramid scheme.
Oh, that's a double groan, if ever there was one.
That was. And finally, for Monday, August 17th, why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock?
I don't know, David. Why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock?
Because it's a little meteor.
Yeah, right. That was Dan Kirk's lighten the mood a bit, and it always works. It always works. Get away from the serious stuff. The world's out there. We're in here. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Right. Where do we go from here? Where should we go?
Well, did I talk about my drone last week?
You've mentioned your drone. You haven't talked about your adventures yet.
Yeah, I've been really having a lot of fun with it. Well, here's the thing: is I said to Jennifer, I said, nice days used to mean motorcycle rides, right? Now it's either a motorcycle ride or go fly the drone.
Okay.
And well, I do a little bit of both. Jason's motorcycle actually has my motorcycle doesn't have any storage. Right. So it's a little, unless I put a backpack on. I don't know. Here, I'll show you.
Okay. He's into the magic cupboard again. Behind him.
We're gonna I'm gonna get rid of this because I have my new lights, but when you want to show stuff, there you go. So this is a DJI Mavic Mini. It all fits right in there.
Brilliant.
Isn't that amazing? And you can record up to 2.7K video with that beast right there. And anyway, so Jason's got storage on his motorcycle. He rides a Honda Pacific Coast. He's got a lot of storage on the back. Yeah. Actually put a dead body in the back of his motorcycle if you had to. But so when we go out, he'll say, "Oh, we bring the drone," and every once in a while we do. So we were out at so I did the animal farm here in Sarnia.
Yeah.
That was nice. And then I fly over Jermaine Park, which was nice. And then we went out to Jennifer's parents the other day, Saturday, I think it was. They live in Forest, which is it's about 25 minutes from us here. So nice little drive. It's been good for Jennifer. She needs to get out of the house because she gets claustrophobic easy. Just, she's got her leg up and sitting on a couch most of the day, right? So I probably got to take her out for ice cream tonight. But so they have a huge farm and have a grain elevator and a grain dryer and everything. So it was quite nice. Well, yeah, I don't know. I could probably pull it up on
do that
on YouTube here.
Okay.
I've ordered a new computer as well. Actually, what is going on here?
Windows?
Yeah.
16 gig?
Yeah. 4 terabyte hard drive.
Right.
And it's an i7.
Good. Yep.
6 core.
Yeah.
This thing's going to be, I thought this thing was Ninja, but this thing's
Super Ninja.
Super Ninja. Super Ninja. I just got to find my playlist here, which of course, even with this machine, it works really well, but to try to run, pull up another tab while you're live like this is still kind of It won't have that problem anymore. I'll be able to do virtual reality and everything. I'm going to take this computer that I have and just use it strictly for video editing.
Right.
Won't have
Okay.
anything else on it. It's really gotten to that point, though, hasn't it, where you almost need a different computer for every different application you want to use it for.
Dedicated computer, yeah. That's true.
Okay, here we go. Now this is 5 minutes long, so we don't have to show the whole thing, obviously, but I guess I should screen share it with you. And
Okay.
you won't have sound though, will you?
May have.
I didn't think you could share sound anymore.
Okay, wait for it to come through.
Oh, there it is. Share audio. Okay. My bad. I was using it wrong.
Okay. I'm going to bring it up on screen. I'm going to turn up my
All right. So this is both Jason and I did this. He's a much better pilot. Well, a much better pilot. He likes to fly fast and around and all that stuff. And I like the more the cinematic look. Stephen, I don't know if you turned your mic off on purpose or.
Hello. Did you stop the video?
There we go.
I disappeared.
I did. Well, it's 5 minutes long, right? So I didn't want to go through, but I didn't realize I was muted. You had me muted. I was going to narrate a little bit. But.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Barry and I were enjoying that. We could have watched the whole video because the music just goes with the video, and I love drone videos. And we always have when we do I Live Here.
Yeah.
We have at least one drone video because you get views that are not possible for us. So, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Well, the link is on my Facebook personal profile, and if you go to my YouTube channel, oh, can I? Oh, I can't post something in the chat, can I? Thanks, Barry. Appreciate that. Anyway, if you go to my YouTube channel, Dav Burrows, you can subscribe there, and there's a playlist called Sarnia Drone Videos. Put a drone on your wish list. You know what? The DJI Mobile. I'm going to sound like a commercial now, but this whole unit, Canadian dollars. This is the combo unit. Where we'll just show it off here. So this is an iPhone. You connect your iPhone or a Samsung device to watch the video. So with your controller, right? You got your controller here. This opens up and you put your phone down the bottom there, so you can see where you're going. You get a bunch of cables, and of course, this is the drone all folded up. It's 249 grams in weight. Therefore, in Canada, you do not need a drone license to fly it. There's the basic and the advanced exams. You don't need it. There's still rules. Watch videos on it, and you get to 3 batteries, and it's in this nice power pack here. It's a very smart power pack because what it does is you put all 3 batteries in, and then it goes through and it tests them, and then it only charges 1 battery at a time. But the reason for it is it charges the battery that's closest to the full charge. It charges it first, so that way you always have a battery going, right? Yeah. And I bought a 4th battery because we're using it a lot. And then here on the side, you can actually use a USB connection in there too. So if you wanted to use this as a power bank to charge your phone or something, you can do that. So it's very slick. I'm very, very impressed. And it also comes with extra propellers here, and then there's a cage that you can put on it. It's to protect your propellers. If you put the cage on, you're now at the 250 gram plus weight. So then you would need a license to fly it. So there's a nice anyway, that whole thing is about $845 Canadian. Right, so you can buy just the Mavic Mini by itself with the controller and 1 battery for about $400. But once you get flying, each battery you can get about 30 minutes out of it. So we'll typically fly ours for about 22 minutes. When it beeps and says low battery, you could get a little bit more time out of it. But Jason and I told Jason, the rule is once it beeps and says low battery, it's time to fly home.
Yeah.
That's just
good sense. But right. Brilliant. Well, I enjoyed the video, and so did Barry, and so did Chris. And Chris is saying she loves drone videos and uses them for archaeology.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, and I'm gonna use my drone for some. I've got some money making ideas. I mean, nothing. I mean, lots of people are using them for real estate videos and stuff like that. But honestly, to just go out to the farm, knock on some doors and say, listen, here, I'm here today with my drone. Let me fly over your property and I'll make you a video and I'll give you X number of pictures and this is X number of dollars for me to do it. And here you go. I will see. Lots of ideas.
Right. Well, talking about moving about, Angelica's standing for Wiltshire Council next year. And we've got counties, you've got states. So, or no, you don't. You don't have states. You have in Canada. Is it Boroughs or
It's for what?
no? What we have, right? Okay, in the USA they have states. In the UK we have counties. In Canada,
yeah, we have provinces.
provinces. They're right.
Ontario
Okay.
is a province. We have counties as well.
So Angelica is standing for Wiltshire Council next year. The elections are next year. So campaigning has already begun. And we're delivering leaflets. Now, when you deliver leaflets, you go out on walks, and each walk can be 100, 200 properties. And you deliver the leaflets, but how do you actually keep track of where you've been? And I thought, well, we've got Map My Walk, which is on the phone. Yeah, so we can use Map My Walk. But what happens after that? How do you know where you've been? Especially if you're doing, as we're doing, several walks. So my last screen share of the day is, I'm going to go over here. There is an application called My Maps, which is from Google. And if I bring the maps up on screen and put them full screen, there is no sound on this.
Okay.
Okay. That is the map of East Devizes. And you can see that we've already been out on several walks.
Oh, wow.
And from that one map, which is free, you can actually determine where you've still got left to go and whether you've missed anybody. And it's just amazing that we can take a file from Map My Walk, convert it using a little bit of software, and then bring it into My Maps, and you can then overlay one map on top of another. So this is the result of about 8 different walks that have been done in the last 6 days. And I'm just blown away by this, because it means Angelica can keep track and control of a leafleting. Yeah, not just the first one that we're doing now, but all future leaflet campaigns as well. Right. And I dare say that when we get deeper into this, you could actually be able to colour them, so that you could say to somebody, right, okay, that's your route, go out into the walk, and you'd know all about it if they had Map My Walk, of course. So the ingredients are Map My Walk, a little piece of German software that takes the map from Map My Walk and converts it into a format that Google can use. And then you go to My Maps and you just add layers, and it all comes together. And all the blue lines are where we've walked so far.
Wow.
So we've done about 65% of the area that Angelica is looking to represent. But it's just a great way of actually keeping control. So my app of the week is My Maps from Google. It's probably been going for years, but it's so simple and easy to use, and it does allow you to keep control of what you're doing.
Yeah, very nice. I have a similar app, not for walking, but for the motorcycle. When I go out, it's called Relive. And
yeah.
Tap it, and it follows me, and then wherever you go, and kind of thing. And then when you're done, it creates a route of where you went, and then it also creates a video, like a Google Map video of that, and then you can share it with other riders, and people can follow you and go, oh, I like that route, kind of thing. So same idea, but for walking. What a great idea.
Super idea, says Chris. Yeah, it's just basically just, it works, simply works, and it's not rocket science to actually get it to come together. But it was just one of those things, serendipity, fate. I was looking for something similar, and I actually found it on Google, and it was free. So what's better than free?
Free's good.
Right, do you have a show today in 10 minutes time?
I do, yeah. Premier Ford, well, he was actually, this morning I did a broadcast for him. He's the annual Municipalities of Ontario having their annual conference. And so he was addressing everybody this morning, and now he'll have his usual COVID-19 updates coming up here in just a few moments, yeah, at 1 o'clock.
Now,
so.
Another program that you've been doing, which is very important, especially in these times, is a program on mental health.
Oh, yes. That was brought forward to me from St. Clair Child and Youth Services. along with Chatham Kent Children's Services, Canadian Mental Health Association, supported by the United Way as well. Yeah, they brought me on board to put together a weekly show called The Mental Health Show. So, and it's been really good to be a part of it, because I know it's having we're seeing the results of it being out there and having a positive impact on the community. So, fantastic. And I was very excited that they reached out to me and said, we would like you to host this. So
when's the next show?
So it's every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be, and it'll be this week and then next week, and then I think there's just a couple more, and then it's kind of decided if we keep moving forward or if we will move forward or something like that. So, and I suspect we will, but.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, it's not just a Sarnia issue; it's a worldwide issue, isn't it?
Well, right. And, the topics that are discussed, a lot of it is, anxiety and depression, and then there's different disorders and addictions and all those things that honestly are, they're not the funnest thing to talk about. And some people find it difficult too. So we're tackling some difficult subjects, but they need to be talked about. Right. So, yeah.
Good.
There's no borders when it comes to mental health. That's for sure.
True. Very true. Right. Okay. So what happens next? I don't know. What should happen next? Are you leaving us early, or
what time is it? Are you trying to get rid of me?
I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm just
No, I got about 8 minutes or 7 minutes or whatever that says.
All right. Okay.
I've got everything queued up here, ready to go. So, but it's it's been it's been different around the house here, right, with after the accident and stuff and everything. And Jason and I still ride. It's a different ride. Yes. Without Jennifer, right? She was just 3 weeks into riding, and things were really just starting to click, and then this kind of flukish thing happened, and she got the worst of it all. And so of course I feel bad or guilty or whatever when I go for a ride, but she knows it's important, and she knows that Jason and I riding together is important because I'm teaching them things, and we're doing those things together as a father and son. So we've had to really keep the positive flowing in the household, right? So, but I told Jennifer, I said, listen, like the first couple of days there, we were going out every day for ice cream and stuff. And I said, okay, I get we got to get out of the house, but we're not having ice cream every day, or we're going to be back where we were 2 years ago with our weight loss. So, but the nice thing is she comes out with me, and then I fly the drone, and she's out watching and stuff like that. So, she's moving around up. I can hear her. She got a chair on wheels up there. She's sliding around up there. And she still does a little bit of work with her office, right? Not too much, because she doesn't want to take on too much, but she does conference calls and stuff still. So they've been really good to her, and people have been bringing over food because, they're probably afraid of my cooking. They're probably afraid I might kill her.
Well, Jennifer actually mentioned it. In a post yesterday. Yeah.
Oh yes, right. Yeah, she's grateful for everybody who's been bringing over food, and I really only had to cook eggs.
When we finish this show, I'll be cooking, and I'll be cooking a chicken roast dinner.
Oh, lovely!
It is so simple to do. If you want the recipe, just let me know.
Well, actually, we're going to have chicken probably tonight. It's really simple to do. We were at Walmart, and I picked an already cooked one off the shelf and brought it home.
Oh, right, okay. There's always more than one way to actually achieve the same end result.
But it's been wonderful, actually. People bringing over food, and the phone calls and the messages that Jennifer gets, and I get some too, right? And it's been very supporting times, and it's been good that way. So we're really grateful for everybody for doing that.
That's the strength of community, isn't it?
100%. 100%. You know, even with Facebook, you know, like you know, not everybody's knocking right on your door, but some do. But there's lots of people, you know, making positive positive comments. You know, it's just good reinforcement, right? Positive reinforcement, which is good. So yeah, it's been really well. And then of course, you know, we're making kind of a story out of it. I told Jennifer, I said, look, it's just a test. Everything, you know, when something goes wrong or somebody makes you mad or something, I say it's just a test. This one, okay, maybe it's a big exam.
Right.
But we're making a bit of a story out of it. You know, like I say, we're in Walmart and I videotaped her driving the thing around. You know, we just got to have fun with it. Like, what do you want to do? Your leg's broken. I can't change that. Sucks, but it's okay. We'll look next year when she gets back on the bike and start our adventure then.
Brilliant. Okay.
You got to go now.
All right. Okay, David, take care.
Thanks, everybody.
See you soon.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Don't leave. I'm staying for a moment or two. And okay, so you got me. And I'm going to put solo on so you can actually see me. Right, I can let you in on a little something. If you just wait a moment while I set it up. And I've got to remember where I'm going. So I'm going to go to that website. And I'm going to log in. It says sign in, so I'm signing in. And okay to that. Close. And okay, on Wednesday, I'll be opening up something new. And I'm just going to share it with you first. This is the first time anybody's ever seen it anywhere in the world. So I'm going to share my Chrome tab. And it's not that tab I want. Just a minute. Let me stop sharing that. Let me share again. See, I was not totally prepared for this. So I'm going to screen share. I'm going to screen share a Chrome tab, and it's that one. Okay, and I'm going to take you inside. So let's bring that up on screen. And not confuse you, I'll put that full screen. I started my own training center. You know, I told you that we found a site where we could play YouTube videos. Well, they don't have to be music videos. And starting on Wednesday, I will be running a training center. Now, training center is open to everybody. And the core part of the training center is the videos that I created. I'll just play one, all about Be Live. Going to chat. So the basic idea is that we'll be able to play the training videos, then talk about them. And you'll be able to come on camera, you'll be able to come on voice only, and you'll be able to talk about and ask questions of me, because I can actually, if this works, this will be good. Just give me a second. Yeah, just give me a second. I just need to change something and we'll be there. I'm going to break the system again. You know that, don't you? But I'm going to try. And I can actually do this. I can actually go on screen in the training room to answer questions live. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to announce it in the Be Livers group tomorrow. And I can take up to 14 students on camera and another 100 watching. So this is a new venture, new idea, shared YouTube videos with the ability to go live as well. So let's stop sharing and come back to me. So that's it. That's my latest adventure. Is I'm going to be doing live training, and everybody is willing to join. And Chris was saying goodbye to David, but thank you to everybody who stayed with me until this part of the broadcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast today. As David would say, if you have enjoyed it, give us a 10. If you haven't enjoyed it, just come back next week, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Belgium, and we'll start all over again with different topics, different stories. And it's just a blast to actually be able to come out here and to chat with you And thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. I'm off to cook. I'm going to do a roast chicken dinner from scratch with roast potatoes, just to give you a chance to listen. Roast potatoes, chicken, of course, carrots and broccoli. So if you want to get over, you've got to be over in about 2 hours time. It'll all be ready to eat. Take care, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Bye.